Hello, good day everyone. So welcome to Differential Equation Math 233. So we will discuss two topics for this video. First is that your exact differential equation and next is your homogeneous differential equation. Let's start. So let's start with your exact differential equation. So what is exact VE? Okay, using algebra, any first equation can be written in the form m of quantity xy dx plus n quantity xy dy is equals to 0. So from some functions of m quantity x and y and n quantity xy. If you take the derivative of m with respect to y and if you take the derivative of n with respect to x, therefore your equation will become my quantity of x and y plus nx quantity of xy is equals to 0. So meaning to say, if we will have an exact differential equation, or if the equation exists a function of f and the two variables which is your x and y having a continuous derivative such as exact equation, therefore we can separate. No? So first thing first is that let us try to determine if the function of your x and y are exact values. So m and n are functions that are continuously differentiable throughout a simple or simply connected region. So let us try some examples for you to understand what is exact differential equation. So let us try to get the general solution of example number 1, where the equation is e raised to y dx plus quantity of 2y plus xey dy is equals to 0. Okay? First step is to locate where yung m ninyo at nasaan yung n ninyo. So normally, we can locate your mxy where your dx is. Okay? Kung nasaan yung dx ninyo, doon natin malalaman yung ating mxy. On the other hand, kung nasaan naman yung ating dy, doon naman natin makikita yung nxy natin. Okay? So first step is to derive m with respect to y only. So i-derive natin yung functions natin with respect to y only. Ibig sabihin, variables of y lang yung i-derive. So let's say that your mxy is an equation of ey raised to dx. Okay? So going back to your calculus 1, what is the derivative of your ey? Diba? That is eu du. Where your u is y, okay, and your du is equal to 1. Therefore, eu raised to 1, I mean raised to y times 1, basically, that is also equal to ey, which is this one. Okay? Sana nagigets yun. Next step is derive n with respect to x only. So, ibig sabihin, from the equation of your nxy, ang ating papakailaman lang is your variable x. Okay? So, you have here, dito muna tayo, wag niyo muna tingnan to ha. Okay, tago na lang natin para hindi kayo malito. Okay, go. Balik lang tayo ng konti sa ating PowerPoint. Di na siya mababalik. Sige na lang guys. Gaya na lang yan. Okay? So, sabihin natin that you have a variable of 2y, I mean equation of 2y plus xe raised to y. Ayan. dy. At ang papakailaman lang natin dito is your variable x. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, meaning to say, this is equal to 0. Bakit 0 to? Kasi wala tayong magdi-derive dyan. Wala tayong nakikita na variable of x. So, matik, 0 na yan. Parang sa constant, what is the derivative of 5? Diba? That is 0. Parang ganon yung sense niya. Okay? Pero pag sinabi natin, what is the derivative of 5x with respect to x? That is 5. O pag sinabi kong, what is the derivative of 5y with respect to x? Anong sagot? That is 0. Kasi wala tayong x na nakikita sa ating equation. O, para mas magets pa, sabihin ko, you have 5xy. What is the derivative of your 5xy with respect to x? Diba? Ang answer natin would become 5y. Kasi paano ba tayo nagde-derive? Diba that is 5x raised to 1 minus 1 times y. So what is 5x raised to 0 times y? That is 5y because x raised to 0, that is equivalent to 1. Okay. So dito, anong nangyari dito? So, i-derive naman natin itong term na to. So, you have x raised to 1 minus 1 e raised to y. O bakit may e raised to y pa rin, ma'am? Copy lang natin kasi isang term yan. No? Hindi natin yan pwede i-equate sa 0 kasi isang term nga sila. So, therefore, x raised to 1 times 1, that is x raised to 0 e y. But again, we know x raised to 0 is equals to 1. Therefore, that is equal to e y. E raised to y yan. Okay, balikan nyo yung inyong calculus 1. So, as you can see, we did derive your m and your n. No? And nakikita natin that the results are the same, which is ey. Therefore, we can conclude that your m and n are exact. Okay, so kapag exact sila, we will continue the steps para makuha natin yung general solution. Next step is to integrate mx or your mxy with respect to x only. Saan ba yung mx, xy natin? So sabihin na lang natin ito ha. Yan yung mx, xy natin. Baka nakalimutan ko lang lagyan ng x. No? Sige na lang. Sa pag-input lang yan. Yan yung x natin. Okay? Derive or integrate mx, xy with respect to x only. O tanong ko, sa equation na to, may nakikita ba tayong x? Okay? So, paano ba tayo mag-integrate ng whole number? What is the antiderivative of dx? That is equivalent to 1 plus c. Tama ba? I think tama yun. No? So, therefore, the antiderivative of ey dx, that is equivalent to xey. Okay? Paano nangyari yun? Dinagdagan lang natin ng variable x. Okay? So, what is hy, ma'am? Diba kapag nag-i-integrate tayo, ganito kasi yung itsura nun. What is the antiderivative of ey with respect to x only? The answer of that is x plus ey plus c. Ganyan, di ba yan? Okay? But now, let us try to change the variable c to h sub or h quantity y. Because at the end of the solution, hahanapin natin yung value ng h of y ninyo to get the general solution. Okay? But take note no? So, di na siya c, papalitan natin to ng h quantity y. Wala namang nagbago, no? Pinalitan lang natin yung arbitrary constant natin. Okay? Next step is to derive mxy with respect to y only. Ano ba yung minimin niya na mxy? O, ito yon. Okay? Gets ba yun? Again, this is mx, this is also mx, this is ny. Okay? So, derive xy with respect to y only. Ito yung equation na minimin yan, okay, for the next step. So, you have xey plus hy. I-derive natin yung equation with respect to y only. So, saan ba yung y dito? Diba ito lang? Ito yung y. Oh, yan yung y ninyo. Okay? Therefore, kanina, we did conclude that the derivative of ey is also equal to ey. Therefore, no, your m prime, tatawagin ko siyang m prime kasi nag-derive na tayo. Okay? So, you have your m prime quantity xy is equals to xey plus h prime quantity y. Okay? Tatawagin ko rin tong quantity, tatawagin ko rin yung prime kasi dinerive natin siya. Okay? So, ma'am, bakit parang hindi nagbago yung equation? Yes, hindi nagbago kasi dinerive naman natin siya with respect to y. And as you can see, dinerive natin siya, walang nagbago. bago. Ma'am, hindi ba magiging 0 yung x? Hindi. Kasi hindi nga natin siya pinakailaman, di ba? Yung pinakailaman lang natin is yung variable y. So, kapag hindi natin siya pinakailaman, wag nyong aalisin. Bakit kanina, ma'am, nawala yung 2y? Siyempre, yung x naman yung dinerive natin, wala namang x dito. Okay? So, if nako-confuse kayo, go back lang kayo sa principle ng inyong calculus 1. Next step is to equate your nyxy and your m prime xy. O ano ba yung inyong nyxy? Ito yon. No, yan yung nyxy ninyo. And then, i-equate natin siya sa m prime xy. Okay? So, you will be having 2y plus xe raised to y quantity dy is equals to xey plus h prime y. Okay? Next step natin dito is to combine like terms. Okay? Combine like terms tayo, and as you can see, this one, pwede nating makancel. Tama ba? Kasi kung ililipat natin to on the other side of the equation, magiging negative lang to. O, di kayo maniwala. So, ilipat natin on the other side of the equation. That is 2y plus xe raised to y minus xe raised to y is equals to h prime of y. O, combine like terms tayo. Since itong dalawa is magkapareha, positive, negative, cancel lang, no, mawawala sila. Ano yung maiiwan? Ano ba yung naiiwan dito? Okay? Ang maiiwan na lang will be your 2y dy is equals to h prime of y. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sa exact differential equation, gamit natin yung inyong calculus 1 and calculus 2. Next step is to integrate the last equation. O, integrate doon natin yung last equation natin. This one. Okay? So, the antiderivative of your 2 dy is equals to the antiderivative of your h prime y. So, that is your power rule, which is x raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1. Okay? So, you will be having 2y, 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 is equals to hy na. O, tingnan nyo to. From h prime y, kukunin natin yung antiderivative niya, magiging hy. Parang ganito lang yan. Yung y prime, i-integrate natin. And what is the integration of your y prime? That is y. Okay? Parang ganun lang din yung nangyari dito. So, meaning to say, you will be having, ano ba to? You will be having y squared is equals to hy. Bakit y squared yan? Di ba yung mangyayari dito ni equation magiging 2y squared over 2 o 2 divided by 2 that is equal to 1. And kapag 1 lang yung value, no need na isulat. Therefore, we can conclude that your hy is equals to y squared. So, therefore, we can now solve for your general solution. According to this step, substitute the value of each quantity y to your to your mxy solution and equate that to C. So, this is your mxy equation, which is equal to xe raised to y plus hy. So, saan ba nanggaling itong equation na to? Oh, na-reveal agad yung answer. So, saan ba nanggaling itong equation na ito? Di ba dito to nanggaling? Yan, yung inyong mxy. So, again, para hindi malito, this is mx, that is mx. Okay? And then, no, isa-substitute doon natin. So, you have xe raised to y plus hy, and we know that the value of your hy is y squared. Therefore, as you can see, you will be having xe raised to y plus y squared. And equate your equation to C, which is your arbitrary constant. So, you will be having C is equals to xe raised to y plus y squared, and that is your general solution. Okay, another example for your exact differential equation. So, let us try 3x squared y squared plus x squared of dx plus the quantity of 2x cubed y plus y squared is equals to 0. Oh, first step natin is to locate where is your m and where is your n. Okay? So, sabi natin, kung nasaan yung dx, doon natin makikita yung, again, this is mx, xy. Okay? And then, pag hinanap naman natin yung value ng n, makikita natin yan kung nasaan yung dy. And that is ny, xy. Okay? Next step is to derive your m with respect to y only. O, ano ba yung m natin? That is 3x squared, y squared, plus x squared. O, i-derive daw natin to with respect to y only. So, titingnan natin. Okay? Sabihin natin, this is your first term, this is your second term. Tingnan muna natin yung second term. May variable y ba tayong madiderive dyan? Wala. So, meaning to say, your term 2 is equal to 0. Term 1, may y ba kayo nakikita? Yes, may y. No? So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin siyang ma-derive. So, paano ba tayo nagdi-derive? That is x raised to n. Yung n, baba natin dito, and then minus 1. Okay? So, if you have 3x squared of y squared, i-derive natin to with respect to y only. So, since n is equals to 2, o baba natin yung 2 dito, minus 1. Simplify the equation, 2 times 3, therefore that is 6x squared of y. Okay? Derive lang with respect to y. And that is equal to 6x squared of y. Next step is to derive n with respect to x only. O, yung x na naman yung ating i-derive. So, you have 2x cubed y plus y squared. O, sabihin ko ulit, meron tayong first term, second term. Tingnan natin yung second term. May x variable ba to? Wala. So, kapag wala, matik, this is 0. So, for the first term, meron tayong x, nakikita dyan. So, pwede natin siyang ma-derive. Okay? So, therefore, that is 2x cubed minus 1 times y. Baba natin yung 3 dito. Tama? Diba? So, simplify the equation. That would become 6x squared of y. Okay? So, meaning to say, nakikita nyo ba? No? Meaning to say, your mx xy, no, your mx xy and your ny xy is exact. So, kapag exact sila, we can continue to the next step. Next step is to integrate your mx xy with respect to x only. Okay, sige, yan daw. Mx xy, ano ba yung mx xy natin? That is your 3x squared y squared plus x squared. Integrate natin to with respect to x only. Ibig sabihin, yung x lang yung ating papakialaman. Integration to. Okay? Integration tayo. So, kapag integration tayo, the power rule for your integration, that is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So, meaning to say, that would become 3x 2 plus 1, copy lang natin yung y squared kasi x yung pinakakailaman, divided by 2 plus 1, plus x cubed over 3. Nag-integrate tayo, therefore, plus c. Let us try to simplify the equation. Okay? So, that would become 3x cubed y squared over 3. Okay? Plus x cubed over 3 plus c. 3 divided by 3, that would be equivalent to 1. Therefore, we can conclude that this is equivalent to x cubed y squared plus x cubed over 3 plus c. Sana nasusundan. Okay, so to continue our steps, okay, so nakikita nyo dyan, you have x cubed y squared plus x cubed over 3 plus hy. Okay? As I've mentioned earlier sa ating first example, let us rewrite your arbitrary constant to hy. Okay? Next step is to derive your mxy with respect to y only. So, sino ba yung mxy na tinutukoy dito? Ito yon. Okay? So, let us try to derive this equation with respect to y only. Okay, iisahin ko ulit. You have x cubed of y squared plus x cubed over 3 plus hy. Okay, so sabihin natin this is your first term, second term, and third term. Okay? So, ito, hindi natin ito pagkakalaman kasi pwede itong maging h prime of y. No? Example number 1, parehas lang yan. Para lang tong y, tapos dinerive natin, magiging y prime. Second term, may y ba to? Madiderive ba natin yung second term? Wala siyang y, meaning to say, this is equal to 0. First term, may y ba? Yes, meron. No? So, therefore, pwede natin siyang ma-derive. So, you have x cubed of y squared. Derive this one with respect to y. Therefore, the exponent of your y variable is 2. Baba natin yung 2 dito. Minus 1. Ibig sabihin, this will result to what? 2x cubed times y. Tama ba? Check natin. And I think that is correct. Plus your h prime of y. Okay? Next step is to equate your nyxy and m prime xy. O ano ba yung nyxy natin? Ito yon. Okay? Equate natin sila. So you will be having the quantity of nx cubed y plus y squared dy is equals to nx cubed y plus h prime y. Next is to combine like terms. At kitang-kita naman natin, we have the same value. Therefore, cancel lang natin yan. Okay? So, ang niiwan na lang natin dito na value will become y squared dy is equals to h prime of y. Next step is to integrate the last equation. Ano ba yung last equation natin? Ito yon. Okay? Integrate natin siya. So, what is the antiderivative of your y squared dy? That would be y cubed is equals to hy. Very good. Next and last step is to substitute the value of your hy to your mxy equation and equate the equation to your arbitrary constant. So, ano ba yung mxy na tinutukoy dito? Ito yon. Okay? So, you have your x cubed y squared plus x cubed over 3 plus h quantity y. And we all know that the value of your h quantity y is equivalent to y cubed over 3. Therefore, we can conclude that the general solution is equal to x cubed y squared plus x cubed over 3 plus y cubed over 3 equals to C. So, I will consider this answer na. Okay? To continue our discussion, our next topic will be your homogeneous differential equation. So, what is homogeneous differential equation? It is a first order differential equation, homogeneous, when it can be written in the form of dy over dx is equals to f quantity y over x. Okay, so we can create new variable, no, kapag homogeneous yung pinag-uusapan natin. Kasi saka lang daw siya matatawag na homogeneous differential equation if the function of your first order dE is in terms of y over x. Kapag hindi yan y over x, ibig sabihin, hindi natin siya matatawag na homogeneous differential equation. Okay? So, we can make a new variable, no? Because of your homogeneous differential equation, at pwede nating sabihin na y over x is equals to v. Okay? So, parang itatago natin yung y over x sa variable v. So, next is binigyan tayo ng equation ni homogeneous DE. Sabi niya, dy over dx is equal to v plus x dv over dx. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, we are also talking about the derivative of v with respect to x. No? Kasi nga, ano na tayo tinago natin yung y over x sa v. So, let us try to consider this one sa lahat ng solution natin as equation number 1. Wala tayong magagawa kasi yung homogeneous na mismo yung nagbigay niyan. Okay? So, in solving homogeneous differential equation, we need to obtain the variable v before we can get the general solution. So, hindi natin makukuha yung general solution na gusto natin if hindi natin gagamitin yung variable v or hindi tayo makaka-obtain ng variable v sa ating equation. And again, take note, take note, variable v is equal to y over x. So, to understand that one, let us try this equation. Okay? dy over dx, sulat ko na lang pala muna yung formula na binigay ni homogeneous. That is dy over dx is equals to v plus x dv over dx. Let us say this is your equation number 1. O, balik tayo sa problem. Sabi dito, you have dy over dx is equals to x squared over xy plus y squared over xy. So, sabi ni homogeneous DE, para ma-solve natin ang general solution, kinakailangan natin ma-obtain ang variable na v. And, kailan ba tayo magkakaroon ng variable v if there is y over x? Okay? So, sulat natin, dy over dx is equal to x squared over xy plus y squared over xy. Tanong ko, may nakikita ba kayong y over x? Yes, meron. No, pero medyo magulo yung equation. No, kasi may exponent 2, may exponent 1. So, kapag ganito, ibig sabihin, kinakailangan pa nating mas-simplify yung equation. Okay? First term muna tayo. Dito tayo. X squared divided by xy. Di ba makakancel to? Makakancel yung x squared, makakancel yung isang x, maiiwan is isang x na lang. So, kung i-rewrite natin yan, dy over dx is equals to x over y. Plus, dito tayo sa second term. O, cancel naman natin. Cancel yung y, cancel yung isa, maiiwan is isang y na lang. So, kung i-rewrite natin yan, magkakaroon tayo ng y over x. Okay? So, may nakikita na ba kayong y over x? Yes, ma'am. Meron na, ma'am. Which is yung second term natin. So, meaning to say, ma'am, pwede na natin siyang i-rewrite para maging variable v siya. Yes, pwede na. Okay? Ang mangyayari, you will have dy over dx is equals to x over y plus v. Kasi diba, yung v is equal to x over y. But the problem is, meron pa tayong naiwan. That is x over y. So, anong gagawin natin dito? Okay? Ang gagawin natin dito is to reciprocate your x over y. No? Kasi nga, di natin kailangan yung x over y. Ang kailangan natin is y over x. So, let us reciprocate x over y and that would become y over x raised to negative 1. Okay? Sana nagigets na yung concept. Kailangan natin magawa ng paraan na maging y over x siya. So, kung isa-substitute natin siya sa variable v, alam natin that your v is y over x. Therefore, this one will become v raised to negative 1. Gets ba? So, let us try to rewrite the equation. that would become dy over dx is equal to v raised to negative 1 plus v. Sana nasusundan. Okay? Ito na yung na-mention natin kanina. Next is to equate equation 1 and equation 2. Ano ba yung equation 1 nga natin ulit? No, nabigay ni homogeneous. That is dy over dx is equals to v plus x dv over dx. This is your equation number 1. Ma'am, saan po yung equation 2 namin? Yung equation number 2 ninyo is yung bagong equation ninyo in terms of v. Okay? So, kapag na-transpose na natin yan lahat into a v variable, no? So, that is your second equation. Okay? So, this will result to v plus x dv over dx is equals to v raised to negative 1 plus v. As you can see, this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2. Next step is to subtract both sides with v. O, ano ibig sabihin yon? Babawasan daw natin ng variable v both sides. Okay? So, ito yung mangyayari. Okay? Take note, magma-minus tayo ha. Minus yung term, hindi multiply. Okay? Minus. So, for this term, no, babawasan natin siya. So, you have minus v. For the first term, or for your equation number 1, babawasan natin siya ng v. Ma'am, bakit may plus? Okay? Ganito kasi yan. If your first equation is v plus x dv over dx, babawasan siya natin ng v. Parehas lang ba yung definition nito dito? Parehas ba sila ng definition? Ito may negative v, ito naman negative v, tapos may operation in between, plus. Parehas lang ba? The answer is no. Okay? Kung ito yung titingnan natin, we have negative v, quantity na agad, diba, the definition of this is parang i-distribute natin inside the quantity yung v. Where in fact, hindi naman tayo magdi-distribute o hindi naman tayo magmumultiply. Anong gagawin natin? Magsasubtract tayo. That is why you will have negative v, lagyan natin ng operation in between, no? Para maayos yung interpretation ng ating equation, no? Na hindi siya multiply. Okay? Sana na susundan yung gusto kong sabihin. Okay? So, babawasan natin siya ng v, both sides. So, ibig sabihin, that would be positive v minus negative v, that is equal to 0. Pwede ba nating i-minus? Wala na, minus na pala natin, cancel na yan siya. Next is dito na term, negative v plus v, that is equal to 0. Okay? Ibig sabihin, na-reduce na natin ng variable v both sides. Ito na lang yung naiiwan natin na equation. You will have your x dv over dx is equals to v raised to negative 1. Okay? So, after subtract v both sides, next is, ano na tayo dito? Okay. Dito na papasok yung topic natin last time, which is your separation of variables. Okay? Isa-separate natin yung variable x from variable v. And the simplest way to do that is to cross multiplication. Okay? We all know that the denominator of your v raised to negative 1 is equivalent to 1. Okay? Cross multiplication tayo. Okay? So, you will have x dv is equals to v raised to negative 1 dx. Tanong ko, na-separate na ba natin yung variable? Hindi pa. Okay? So, paano natin masaseparate yung variable? No? Anong gagawin natin? That is to what? That is to divide both sides by xv raised to negative 1. xv raised to negative 1. X here will be cancelled. V raised to negative 1 here will be cancelled. Ibig sabihin, ang maiiwan na lang will be dv over v raised to negative 1 is equal to dx over x. Nasusundan ba? Okay, very good. Next, okay yan na. Na-separate na natin yung variables. Okay? After we separate the variables, anong gagawin natin? We would integrate. Very good. So, in this case, no, nakikita ninyo, binago ko yung equation. Okay? Ano ba yung binago ko sa equation? Okay, look at this one. Kapag ganito kasi, pwede naman natin tong ma-integrate. No? Madali na lang yan sa atin. But, there are more simplest way kung paano natin siya i-derive, which is, i-reciprocate natin yung value. O, 1 over v raised to negative 1, what is the inverse function of this? That is a positive v. Okay? So, yun yung gagawin natin para mas madali yung pagdi-derive, mas madali yung pag-i-integrate natin. Okay? And that would become v squared over 2 equals to ln x plus c. O, saan nanggaling yung ln x? Diba, alam naman natin that the antiderivative of 1 over x is equivalent to ln x. Okay? Plus c, since nag-integrate tayo. So, lipat ko lang yung 2 dito. Cross multiplication lang tayo. Okay? So, that would result to v squared is equals to 2 ln x plus c. So, ma'am, yan na po ba yung general solution? Ano lang namin, radical lang namin both sides para mawala yung squared sa v? The answer is no. Okay? We need to substitute the value of your v in terms to y over x. Kasi alam naman natin, di ba, yung y over x is nakatago lang sa variable v. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, let us try to rewrite that one. O, bakit naging ganyan yan? Di ba, you have v squared. Yung v natin, alam natin, that is y over x squared. Okay, distribute the squared inside the quantity, so that would become y squared and x squared. Okay? So, let us try to simplify our equation, no, so that our general solution is in terms of variable y. So, paano natin gagawin yan? Madali lang, no? Again, the denominator is equals to 1. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is cross multiplication. Okay? Sige. So, cross multiplication tayo, no? Sige na lang, ito na lang. So sorry ha. Sundin na lang natin itong steps para hindi kayo malito. Okay? So, what the next step, no? Ang ginawa natin dito is to radical both sides so that yung squared natin dito is matanggal. Okay? Radical both sides natin, square root, then square root. So, ibig sabihin, this one will be cancelled. Parang parehas tayo, balik lang tayo sa algebra. If you have x squared, kung gusto natin tanggalin itong raised to the power of 2, no, square root lang natin to. And this will be cancelled equivalent to x. So, you have y over x is equals to the square root of 2 ln x plus c. Ma'am, bakit dito hindi na-cancel yung square root? O, take note. Dito ba na equation? Sige. Dito ba na equation, may nakikita ba kayong exponent na 2? Wala. Walang exponent dyan. Pero may whole number na 2. Pero hindi pa rin makakatulong. No? Kasi saka lang naman makakancel yung square root natin if meron tayong exponent na 2. Okay? The same goes by, if you have x cubed, paano natin ma-remove yung exponent na 3? Ibig sabihin, matatanggal lang yan kapag kinubirot natin. I hope I'm making sense. Okay? Next step is to simplify the equation. That should be in terms of y, yung general solution natin. So, ito na yung cross multiplication. Therefore, we can conclude, no? Sige, isa-isahin ko na lang. O, cross multiply natin. Y times 1, that is y, equals to x times square root of 2 quantity ln x plus c, and that is the answer. Okay, question? Recorded nga pala to. Sige, ako na lang yung mag-iisip. Ano yung tanong ninyo? Ma'am, parehas lang ba yung sagot, ma'am? Balik po tayo dito, ma'am. Balik tayo dito, ma'am. Parehas lang po ba, ma'am? Pag nag-cross multiplication kami, parehas lang ba yung ibig sabihin ng v squared is equals to ton ln x plus c? Since ano naman tayo, ma'am, cross multiplication. Parehas lang ba yan siya sa v squared is equals to 2 quantity ln x plus c? The answer is no. Hindi sila pareho. Ibig sabihin, yung whole number na to is sa ln x mo lang dinagdag. That is why it is very needed, no, na kapag nagko-cross multiplication tayo, or needed to remember na kapag magko-cross multiplication tayo, no, iko-quantity natin to. Okay? So that it means, no, na yung 2 is imumultiply natin sa lahat ng function na nasa kabilang side. Okay? Sana nagets yan. Okay. Okay, so let us have another example for your homogeneous differential equation. So let us try to get the general solution of the following equation, which is your dy over dx is equal to y times quantity of x minus y over x squared. So ano ba yung goal natin dito again? And guys, that is to obtain a variable v, where your variable v is what? Y over x. Okay, so balikan muna natin yung equation. You have dy over dx is equal to y times x minus y over x squared. May nakikita ba kayong y over x dyan? Meron naman, ma'am, pero mahirap. No? Ganito lang yan. Okay? Since kilala nyo na yung quantity, no, alam nyo na paano mag-distribute, our first step here is to distribute the variable y inside the quantity. So, ibig sabihin, no, kung i-distribute natin yan, that would become y, dito muna tayo, y times x. No? So, that would be equal to x times y minus, ito naman, y times y, that would be y squared divided by x squared. Okay? So, para makita natin yung ating y over x, para magawa natin yung variable v ninyo, pwede naman natin tong ma-separate, no? Ng first term at saka second term because we have operation in between. So, let us try to rewrite that one. So, you have xy over x squared minus y squared over x squared. Okay? Simplify natin yung equation. Cancel yung isa, cancel to. Anong naiwan? May naiwan ba? That is dy over dx is equal to y over x minus y squared over x squared. So, visible na ba yung y over x? Yes. No? Ma'am, question. Yes, ma'am, visible na po yung y over x. Pero dapat, di ba ma'am, yung variable v is, lang, raised to the power of 1, which is y and x only. Dito ma'am, meron tayong exponent na 2. Tama naman, no? Tama naman yun. Huwag mag-alala kapag merong exponent yung y at saka x natin. Okay? Okay lang yan as long as yung x and y ninyo is merong pareha na magkapareha yung exponent nila. Kabahan kayo if meron kayong y squared and then meron kayong x cubed. Ibig sabihin, there's something wrong. No? Kapag mali yun, hindi natin siya magagawa as variable v. Okay? So, try natin i-rewrite yung equation in terms of v. That is dy over dx, y over x, that is v. Minus y over x, diba? Y over x, that is also v. But take note, that should be squared. Kasi naka-squared y squared and x squared. Okay, na-gets ba yan? Okay, yan na yon. Sige. So, next step is to equate your equation 1 and equation 2. Okay? Same sa example natin earlier. This is your equation 2. Your equation 1 is yung bigay mismo ng homogeneous, which is dy over dx is equals to v plus x dv over dx. Okay? Yan na yun. Next step is to substitute or subtract both sides with v. So, na-explain ko na ha, ano yung pinagkaiba ng multiply and ng subtract. Okay? Minus natin both sides with v. So, this will become, ito hindi natin to pwede masubtract dito. No, kasi v squared man yan. Okay? Be careful. So, next is you have v, positive v and negative v, that is 0. For this one, you have negative v, positive v, 0 na yan. So, anong naiwan? That is x dv over dx is equals to 0. Very good. Next step is let us try to rearrange the equation para mas madali nating ma-separate yung variable. And that is by doing cross multiplication. Okay? So, that is x dv, ito yun, that is x dv times 1, that is x dv, is equals to negative v squared times dx. Take note, okay? Negative v squared is not equal to v raised to negative 2. Okay? Careful for that. No, take note, ang naka-negative is yung variable v at hindi yung exponent. Okay? So, let us try to separate the variables. Okay, let us try to divide both sides by x and negative v squared. So, x here will be cancelled. Negative v squared here is also cancelled. Ano yung maiiwan sa equation natin? That is 1. Negative v squared dv is equals to 1 over x. Ito naman, reminders ko naman, no? You have 1 over negative v squared. Ay, di ba pagkatapos ng separate ng variables, we would integrate? Ay, sabi ni ma'am, para mas madali daw, gagamitin namin yung inverse function kasi kapag ganito yung equation, mahirap. Tama naman yun, no? Sige, i-inverse function natin. So, that is equal to v raised to 2. Kasi may negative. So, therefore, that is v raised to 2. Tama ba to? This is wrong. Okay? Ulitin ko, ano ba yung naka-negative? Yung exponent ba or yung variable v? Ang naka-exponent is yung variable v. Okay? Therefore, kung ating i-reciprocate yung 1 over negative v squared, that should be, no, kung i-inverse function natin siya, that should be negative v raised to negative 2. Take note, yung negative, that is the nature of your variable. Okay? Be careful with that. Okay, let us try to integrate this one. So, you have negative v raised to negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1 is equals to ln x plus c. Okay? Wag na lang to pansinin. Dapat walang ln yan. Yan. Now, to simplify the equation, no, negative 2 plus 1, that is negative 1. No, so, therefore, you have v raised to negative 1 is equals to ln x plus c. So, the same steps a while ago, no, which is to substitute the value of your v to y over x. So, anong nangyari dito sa equation na to? Diba, v raised to negative 1, ang inverse function niyan is 1 over v. Parang x raised to negative 1, inverse function niya is 1 over x. Okay, yan lang yung gagawin ko para mas madali. Okay, so let us try to substitute the value of your v to your y over x. So, you have 1 over y over x ln x plus c. So, itong 1 na ito, no, wag niyo lang pansinin yan kasi denominator niya lang yan. We all know that the denominator of a whole number is 1. No? So, paano nangyari ito? Yung x over y, no? In-inverse function lang natin. No? That is 1 over y over x. And the inverse function or the reciprocal of that one is x over y. Okay? Ln x plus c. So, cross multiplication tayo. No? Cross multiplication yung nangyari dyan para mas madali nating masimplify. So, that is 1. X times 1, that is x. Y times ln x plus c, that is y, quantity. Okay, remember the quantity. Quantity ln x plus c. But take note, no, yung general solution natin should be in the variable or in terms of y. So, let us try to divide both sides by ln x plus c. No? Para y lang tayo. Lahat ito is aalisin natin para in terms of y na lang tayo. So, kapag nangyari yon, cancel, cancel, at maiiwan is y is equals to ln x plus c. And take note, hindi pa ito yung final answer. Bakit? Dapat merong label na general solution. Okay, and I think that ends our discussion for this morning. So, you will have your assignment to be submitted during our face-to-face class, okay, which is, I think, Wednesday, no? So, this is your assignment to be written sa short newsprint or short bond paper only. So, copy and answer. Okay? So, this is the end of our discussion. Thank you, everyone. And God bless. So if you have any question pala, no, regarding sa our topic, so don't hesitate to ask me or to raise some questions. No, you can see me sa faculty or beep my messenger na lang. Okay, so thank you everyone and God bless.